In Britain, we spend a staggering £9.5 billion a year on DIY. But for some home improvers, it's anything but money well spent.
He's a madman. He's a madman.
Now, property entrepreneur and builder Cyan Astley is coming to the rescue of some of Britain's most gung-ho DIYers who've knocked a fortune off the value of their house.
I've worked on hundreds of renovations. I've done all the mucky stuff, and I know what can and can't be done.
She'll be meeting those who've taken on mammoth projects.
It's my first electrician experience.
The have-a-go hopefuls.
It's not a house no more, it's a battle zone.
And their long-suffering partners.
Has he bitten off more than he can chew? Maybe.
Each week, they'll be handing over total control of the design and build to Cyan. With 15 years' experience in the property game, she reckons she can turn around any project on a tight budget and within 14 days.
Morning.
Her mission, to put right the DIY disasters and get back the lost value in the property.
New ceiling, block up that door, rewire, replaster. I never compromise. I don't even understand the meaning of the word.
Cyan has got grand designs.
Not over budget because of the stuff that's been picked.
Well, we are, because it's...
No.
And she'll stop at nothing to transform a half-built house into a dream home.
Oh, my God!
This week, we're in the seaside town of Eastbourne, where bank manager Ben and business support officer Stacey live with their 20-month-old son, Jacob, in this 4-bedroom house they bought last year.
I wanted to create a home for Stacey, Jacob and us as a family, that we could be really happy and proud of our house.
Ben started with good intentions, but like a human wrecking ball, he got stuck into every room, stripping plaster, smashing down walls, and ripping out fireplaces.
Every room's worse than when we started.
Leaving a wake of destruction behind him.
I think he's a bit like a bull in a china shop.
The kitchen, which should be the heart of the home, has become a danger zone, and Stacey has to be on guard 24/7.
It's really stressful living here, especially with Jacob running around, falling down the holes in the kitchen floor. Jake would rather play with tools and play with his toys. It's just dangerous for him to be living here. It's not safe. Oh no, they're nails.
With half-finished projects everywhere, Jake's play area is filthy and hazardous.
Soot just comes down the chimney, all over Jake's toys, constantly just covered in dirt.
With another baby on the way, Ben and Stacey have no time to lose to get their half-built house habitable.
For us to all live here with a 2-year-old and newborn baby in a building site, we couldn't do it.
Fixing this DIY horror within 2 weeks is a huge challenge that would send most ordinary builders running for cover. But then Cyan Astley is no ordinary builder.
There's a cement mixer in the garden and bricks and rubble. They've obviously started on something, so remains to be seen what. Ben?
Yeah. Ben and Stacey show Cyan what they've been up to, and it's an eye-opener.
Good heavens. How do you cope? You can't. I mean, you just can't have a kitchen like this, can you, when you've got a family?
It's not ideal at all. I mean, like when I'm cooking dinner, bless his little cotton socks, he sits up on the worktop next to me, so I'm making sure that he's not running around, falling down the holes.
It's a big old house and a big project for you to have taken on. Yeah. How long do you think it'll take you to get it finished?
I think realistically, probably a year to 18 months, maybe 2 years.
Years.
Yes, I'm with Stacey on this one.
We've got another baby on the way in 6 months, so it's not an option.
OK, another baby. Does that sort of strike dread in your heart, the thought of bringing a baby into this environment and having to live as well?
We couldn't bring a baby into this. It's hard enough having Jake.
Mm.
You need serious help, don't you, with the house?
Definitely.
Cyan can sense Stacey's desperation, and she can see Ben can't pull this together in time without some serious help.
Kids can't be brought up in an environment like this. It's absolutely crackers. They're really brave to have taken it on, but it's just too big for one man, you know, and he needs help with it. presuming then that there aren't just the funds to say, OK, Mr Builder, finish our house.
We had money put aside to do the house, but it's very much on the basis that I was going to be doing most of it myself.
But we have bitten off a lot more than we can chew.
The kitchen alone is a massive undertaking, but Cyan is determined to give the couple as much of a head start as she can.
Stacey's already quite worried about bringing another baby into the house. It's kind of why I'm going to push the boys. Unfortunately for them, it means that I want to do the whole of the ground floor, really, to make absolutely sure that that's done before the baby arrives.
So Stacey and Ben are shipping out for 2 weeks and leaving their house in Cyan's hands.
It was a bit of a relief to hand over our keys, know that we haven't got to go there and live there for 2 weeks.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye, Jacob.
Bye-bye, thank you.
Before Cyan gets started, an estate agent is going to put a price on the property. Similar fully renovated houses in the area fetch up to £355,000 in today's market. How have Ben's DIY attempts affected the value of his home?
Having looked at the house and its current state, I'd value the property in the region of £315,000 to £320,000.
Ben's hurried home improvements have taken their toll. Their house is worth a whopping £40,000 less than its potential market value. In just under 2 weeks, the agent will return to see if Cyan can claw some of that back. She reckons she can turn this half-built house around in 12 days for £11,500.
I'm sure that we can up the value. I think we should be able to get them to value it about at like 340, 345. There you go, that's putting my neck on the line, isn't it?
Cyan's thrown down the gauntlet, but her project manager knows all too well what that means for the team.
Yeah, we are panicking, really. I mean, absolutely ridiculous to think you can do it all.
And a rift with Cyan threatens to jeopardise the entire build.
It's all right,
Don't get upset.
I don't want to fall out. We're supposed to be a team, aren't we?
In Eastbourne, builder Cyan Astley has made it her mission to turn this nightmare building site into a dream family home for Stacey, Ben and their toddler Jacob. Ben's attacked every room in his desperation to get the house in shape before the arrival of their second baby.
Kids can't be brought up in an environment like this. It's absolutely crackers.
And in the process, he's knocked 40 grand off the potential value of his house.
I think he's a bit like a bull in a china shop.
Cyan set herself a personal challenge to add £25,000 onto the value of the property. And she's got just 12 days and £11,500 to play with. But she won't be alone. There's a crack team of builders helping her make it happen.
Hello, ladies.
It's a big room to fill.
Project manager Nick is in charge of the schedule. And he controls the budget, which puts him directly in Cyan's firing line.
Nick and I have had some ups and downs, mainly because of money.
She seems to have got round me in the past, but yeah, I don't think she will with this one.
It's going to take a lot of work, making everything right. It's a building site, really.
Martin is Cyan's partner and right-hand man, or more accurately, handyman.
My role on site generally is, a lot of the time, it's when Cyan points and I just follow the finger.
That's what we need, a big, strong boy. I knew there was something I needed you for.
The team's chippy is Danny, whose skills are always in demand.
Daniel, can I borrow your services?
Oh no, I want to get started already because it hasn't been stripped back properly even.
There's a lot of rooms to do, isn't there?
We're not going to do the whole thing. You know, it's not possible in the time or with the money that we've got.
With one hand she giveth.
I'm thinking the front room, hallway, and here.
No.
And the other she taketh away.
There's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And not a lot of time.
It's the,
seriously, for 2 weeks to do that.
This room's huge. This room's huge. I mean, you know, I was worried about this room, let alone 2 extra rooms on top of that.
But you're big boys, so you can do it.
You don't like taking on too much?
Big room for big boys.
Oh, dear. Not again.
The boys are properly panicking.
Yeah, we are panicking. We are panicking, really. I mean, absolutely ridiculous to think you can do it all. We can't do 3 rooms.
But Cyan has different ideas and ambitious plans. She wants to renovate the whole of the downstairs, starting with the monster space at the back of the house. A U-shaped kitchen will overlook a family dining area. And she'll design a practical yet elegant kitchen. She wants the range to take up the centre of the room. And to define the zones, marble tiles will go down in the kitchen and oak flooring in the dining area. She also wants to tackle the hallway and the living room. She needs to create a safe area for Jacob to play in, next to a grown-up space where Ben and Stacey can relax and entertain. Cyan's plans to do the whole ground floor are all very well, but project manager Nick has only signed off on the kitchen diner.
It's the biggest project we've done so far and with the least amount of money, so that's going to be tough. That's why, in the end of the day, it may just be, you know, the one room. We don't know yet.
I'm fairly confident that my way will win out, but I think they'll put up a blinking good battle this time.
The boys start work right away, stripping out the old kitchen. Even though Nick hasn't agreed the budget for renovating the hallway, Cyan's taking the matter into her own hands.
Si, what are you doing, Si? Hang on, will you actually stop doing that, please? Please don't do it anymore.
Please. Please. Please.
We haven't got the money to do in there. I can't believe we left you alone for 2 seconds.
Banished from the hallway, Cyan busies herself searching the rest of the house for clues to Ben and Stacey's design taste.
I'm not being unbelievably nosy and snooping around. Stacey did say I could have a rummage in their bedroom. I'm trying to get a bit of an idea on the type of things that Stacey and Ben like, you know, their interior design taste, which is really difficult in a house which is mostly a building site. I think there's only this room which has got their bits and pieces in it. And I know she likes cream. Actually, unpacking this box has just made me really delighted because I think I'm definitely on the right track.
With the ground floor stripped, it's time to start the transformation.
The cavalry's here today. We've got plasterers, electricians, plumbers, carpenters, all here today. Hopefully, big push today. We need to get a lot done.
The building team has more than tripled in size since yesterday, and that can only mean one thing. The £11,500 budget has taken a hit. Over a third has been eaten up, and it's still only day 2. But brothers Neil and Mark are worth their weight in gold. They've got the job of plastering this huge 24 by 13-foot kitchen diner, and today they're using a special method called dot and dab.
It's just a very, very quick and cheap and labour-effective way of sorting out your walls. Top tip is, people don't put enough adhesive on the wall.
It's a technique that works well on uneven surfaces. Plasterboard is fitted directly on, ready for skimming.
Yeah. Hang on. Good strong bit of timber, and then just tap it. You don't have to beat the wall up.
Always check it afterwards.
Meanwhile, Nick's been crunching the figures and doesn't like what he sees, so he's made a firm decision.
I think we can only do the one room, we can only do the main room. Cyan's off buying a kitchen. Basically, I know she likes her, you know, fancy ideas here and there, but the thing is we haven't got it on this one. We haven't got the money to spend.
As Nick mulls over the budget, Cyan is deciding which dream kitchen she's going to give Ben and Stacey.
That's quite a modern one that they looked at.
That's a handmade kitchen. That would be one of the more really expensive. They have a nice taste.
I quite like a pull-out larder.
Right.
Yeah, just think they're ever so handy. Granite round the sink would be a much better option.
Right.
Super. Thank you, Bob.
Cyan's picked the classic kitchen she thinks Stacey will love. But back at the house, Nick has discovered Neil stripping the living room.
I can't believe she got you doing it.
Despite the fact he's made it clear they can only afford to work on the kitchen diner.
I've not even known we're coming in this room. Obviously, Cyan's rung up, told him to do this, and I've not even been informed. I thought I had control of the budget. Who's paying him to do this for the day, you know? There's no money to do this room, so why she's got him stripping and doing this room is unbeknown to me. So, you know, I don't know. I really don't know. Not happy.
Ooh, hello, hello. Did it come off really easily?
I wasn't even aware that he was stripping it. I'll come back and he was virtually done.
They're very
But it's another cost, it's another thing. It's a worry, again. It's a lot of labour.
You look like you're worried.
Yeah. But in here, we can't do... So we definitely can't do nothing else in here at all until we sit down and go over the cost.
OK.
We can't, not a thing.
Let's go through the budget.
OK. All right.
Cyan's determined to get 3 rooms done for her 11.5 grand. But Nick believes they've only got enough for 1. He's budgeted 4 days for plasterers Mark and Neil. And with that in mind, Cyan seizes her chance to tackle all of the downstairs.
2 people, 4 days, should kill that kitchen.
They will do.
Yeah, they should get that boxed off in 3 days, so they can skin the front room.
They can't do it in 3 days. I've spoken to them. They can't do it in 3 days. Not unless they're working here till 10, 11 o'clock at night. I'm not having that, Cyan. I'm not having that, sorry.
It's another day for 2 of them, isn't it? It's another day for...
2 days.
Is it 8? For 1 room? Give me it.
They're never going to skim all that in 2 days. In
Boys,
1 day.
Come here. Can I have you all? Would it be 2 days for in here, for the 2 of you, for in here?
No.
I mean...
We can get this done in a day, me and Neil, no problem.
How long a day, though?
Oh, a long day, but we'll get it done in a day.
Mark's can-do attitude is music to Cyan's ears. But Danny's not buying it. It's not just about the plastering.
If we've got no one to paint it, how are we going to get it done?
It'll get done.
Then we're going to have to work till 1 o'clock every night.
No,
We're not.
Well, how are you going to get it all done, then? Well, explain to me how we're going to get it all done, and then I'll be OK with it. You keep saying you're going to do the painting, you don't do the painting. So how's that going to happen?
Because I don't want it just 3 of us again, you know, till the early hours just painting.
4? 4? I was there last week.
Yeah, well, the point is...
14 hour days last week.
I'm getting pissed off with this. I really am. He stood here hanging about. It's either got to be done or it isn't going to get done.
Do you think no one's been working then? Do you think no one's been working then? Everyone's been working, Martin, trust me. I don't want to sound like a killjoy saying, no, we don't want to do it, because I really want to... I'd like to do as much as we can. If we had a few more men and a little bit more time, then great. But at the moment, I just can't quite see how that's going to happen.
Cyan's taking a break from the site to source items for the house. But she's not feeling very inspired. Yesterday's argument is weighing heavily on her mind.
I feel a little bit like we're all being torn in different directions. It's kind of me and Martin on one side, because Martin always backs me up, and then Nick and Dan on the other. And I'm trying my best to go off and work out the design, and when I'm off working out the design and I'm not there, I'm not looking in and helping. And Dan sort of alluded to that and mentioned it quite specifically, actually. He didn't just allude to it. And so that was a bit upset by that yesterday. And I've slept on it, moved more upset about it.
Cyan set herself a challenge to claw back the value lost on Ben and Stacey's home. To achieve that, she's got to get everyone working together again as a team.
Everything's really stressful. We're all getting wound up.
Right,
and if somebody's pissed yourself with something. You've got to say. I should have said to you yesterday.
Yeah, you should have pulled him this.
Do you know what? Martin, we're fine.
You're shouting over each other.
We're not.
Well, my intention was never to insult anyone.
That's
and
right.
I didn't.
What's happening is just everybody's being pulled apart in different ways. It's no good. And it can't happen anymore.
When I come to work and I'm working hard, I want to come and work. I don't want a bad sight. I want it to be happy. I want us to enjoy it. But at the moment, it's not. Don't feel like that.
But that's because of
there's a lot of people.
isn't it?
There's a lot of people doing a lot of hard work. Tempers are getting a little bit. It's just too much. It's like.
It is too much.
I agree with you. You're all getting pulled
calm
apart.
down. We all calm down. Right, so we're all okay now, right?
No, I'm not okay. I'm not having fun on this anymore. It's all right. I don't.
No, don't get upset. There's no point getting upset because, you know, we've got to work together.
I don't want to fall out. We're supposed to be a team, aren't we? You know. We're not supposed to be battling with each other. We're supposed to be all battling for the same thing. And I don't like it.
No one's falling out. No one's falling out. There's no bad feeling, no more. Everyone's getting on now. We've got to do this together, haven't we?
I don't like it when everyone's shouting and falling out.
No. It's no good for anyone or anything, is it? At the end of the day, nothing. No one does. From now on, there's no more falling out about anything, OK?
OK.
Definite.
So that means we can do the whole?
At the end of the day, we all want to get a good job done. That's the main thing. Everyone's very passionate. Everyone's really... We all want the same result, but it's just tough getting there at the moment.
With the air cleared, everyone gets back to work.
Thank you. There's two ways to do ceilings. One, you can board it out like we've done there, or two, you can use stilts. Stilts are all right to wear, but you must make sure there's nothing on the floor when you're wearing them, that you can catch them on, i.e. dust sheets, cables.
Got to take these off now. I'm in agony. Oh, that's heaven. Oh, I don't realise how nice that is. Oh. The side effects of wearing them for a long time is you walk a bit funny after.
It's the end of a long and emotional day. And if there's one thing Cyan's learned, it's a way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Who else has had it?
Where's the beer? Where's the beer and beer?
Give me pickled eggs.
OK, how do we eat these?
Oh, there's another haddock. Is yours a haddock?
No, mine's cod.
Cod?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Not bad end on a hard day.
It's all worth it, innit?
What do you mean, a hard end? We're going back after you've eaten these.
Nice try, as they say.
We moved
Very
to there.
nice try.
If we're not there, start without us.
For the work to continue, Nick and Cyan have got to come to an agreement on exactly how many rooms they can afford to renovate.
As a compromise, we could probably do two, looking at the budget, and keep it under 12 grand.
More than half of the £11,500 has been spent on just one room. Nick's prepared to compromise by upping the budget by £500.
I really wanted to do the whole of the ground floor.
Yeah, I know you did, I know. I understand.
But Ben and Stacey can do the hallway when they do the stairs and the landing, so it's more important to do the living room.
Right.
I'm going to stay here. Are you going back inside?
Well, better than I. Someone's got to do something. Yeah, we're back on track. We're back on track. You know, we know what we've got to do now. It is the two rooms, so let's get them done.
But taking on an extra room piles on the pressure.
I can't dress it! Be gone!
And with the elements against them, will they ever finish this half-built house?
Oh, my God! Oh, please be careful!
Builder Cyan Astley and her team are in Eastbourne, where they've taken on the challenge of turning this half-built house into a family home. DIY enthusiast Ben only succeeded in wiping thousands off its market price. Now Cyan's put her reputation on the line. She's attempting to add £25,000 onto the value of the property. For the duration of the build, homeowners Ben and Stacey are staying with his parents.
Get that bit. It's so nice not having any holes in the floors here. Jake can do what he wants, he can run around as he pleases.
And for Ben's dad, Simon, it's a relief to see them off the building site they call home.
It'd be so nice for them to have a decent house to live in. I just don't understand how they managed to live in such a mess and such a state.
Ben and Stacey haven't seen their house for a week.
I am quite apprehensive about what's happening there.
I think we're both a bit nervous about what Cyan's designing for the house and how she's doing it.
Cyan's goal is to make the design as personal as she can for the couple.
I'm putting together a mood board based on Ben and Stacey's likes, and basically they like cream. So, which is classic and elegant, but can be a bit boring. So I want to inject some texture and some colour.
Occasionally, she likes to take people out of their comfort zone.
I've gone a bit mad and ordered some wallpaper in panels for the dining area, which I'm not sure whether they're going to like it. Look at that. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. I think it's what everybody needs, a colourful kick of the bum.
Creating a designer home doesn't come cheap, and the budget's taking a beating. 2/3 of it has already been spent, and they're only halfway through the build. It's one of the hottest days of the year, but the plaster's just not drying fast enough. With the whole build in danger of falling behind, Mark and Neil have the answer. Crank up the heaters.
We've just measured it outside, and the temperature is 78 degrees. As you can see in here with its heaters, it's about 178 degrees.
When it is as hot as this, you have to work double hard, double the speed, because it is so hot and the walls dry quicker.
Nick can't afford to let the boys flag, so he's got just the thing to keep them going.
Cool you down, lads.
Oh,
Hey.
I'll have a cornetto, please.
I'll speak to you.
Thanks, mate. I'll have one of those
The lolly?
lollipops, please, mate.
Yeah, cheers, Nick.
Under even more pressure is Chippy Danny. Adding a second room to the build has doubled his workload, but Cyan wants it to be perfect, so she's not cutting him any slack.
Dan,
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried that I haven't sorted out the cabinets for the dining room.
Right, OK. What are the ones you was thinking of me making?
I know that it's time and materials.
Yeah,
but
I can't see. Well, we haven't got anything here I can make it out of. So, and time-wise, I mean, they're not just something you can throw together.
if I try and get something flat pack, can we make them at least look?
I can make them look a bit nicer.